Hey Robert, it's a dream of mine to sit with you and ask you one single question. Are you willing to reply to this DM and turn that dream into reality?
He didn't reply to that DM, so of course I sent over a couple dozen more until he did, and yeah, this episode gets wild. Welcome to Denzel's world. The quest begins on the Sunshine Coast, home of the crocodile hunter and my crush dreams.
What's the chances of this happening?
I believe that they're up at the Sea and Wildlife.
But who knew my ambitious goal back then would inspire many? Yet Australia Zoo staffers haven't quite respected the hustle, rejecting me and my proposed idea of interviewing Robert countless times, forcing me to call out the man himself on Anzac Day.
Robert Irwin, come down to Malulabar and verse me in a game 2-1, and I'll shout you a free lunch.
Oh, mate.
Hey!
That of course is not Robert, but I ain't stingy in rewarding free lunch if it means making new friends. Those small moments of acceptance motivate me to continue the quest.
Dear Robert Irwin, the fact that I haven't met you is a sin. Please reply to my DM because you'll make my next YouTube vid a real gem. Come down Majimba, because I'd love to surf with you.
It's the simple things in life.
Robert Irwin, I am at Salt Embedded in Wanjimba. It's about a 40-minute drive for you to get here and come get some ice cream. Just giving out discounts to you.
Still, nothing. My 3 nights on the sunny coast had come to an end, yet I had a Darwin trip booked as my contingency plan. And yeah, my parents tagged along.
Dear Robert Irwin, I'm in Darwin, currently exploring the World War II oil tunnels. Robert, you probably have never seen this before. Yo Robert, let's make this collab happen so we can showcase cool places like this together.
Have I seen you before?
Taking the shirt off was not my first preference.
Good morning to you, Mr. Robert Irwin. How's Australia Zoo? Would you fancy a trip to Darwin and try some fancy food?
By day 3, my dad was unimpressed by the obsession of grabbing Robert's attention through poetry. And I can't blame him, as admittedly I was feeling as silly as I had looked, which is a huge fear of mine, misunderstood and therefore rejected. Don't let my videos fool you, my heart races each time I put myself out there. However, I did set a goal back in 2020 to overcome my fear of rejection. So it's time for faith over fear, believing Robert will accept my message requests.
Robert, I found some crocs. Don't enter water. Hey yo Robert, you're a wildlife expert. I am a travel expert to come down to Litchfield and I'll showcase all the great things Darwin has to offer. Hit me up Robert, come on.
When I was a kid, I enjoyed watching Steve Irwin DVDs. I was inspired by this wild man going on adventures, documenting it all on camera and doing it all without fear. I owe it to him for inspiring the adventures I've been on in my last 3 years of YouTube. He left a legacy of not caring about the opinions of others, unafraid of rejection, and that's how he experienced so much more of life than the average person. It's a legacy I'd like to continue, and a legacy I'm curious to know how his son Robert would want to continue.
Swing with crocs, Robert. Hey yo Robert, this is the croc that I was just swimming with. Yep, I'm a croc hunter too.
After many attempts, I finally wasn't rejected. A bloke named Alex Tan, who a group of Sunny Coast locals recommended me to connect with, returned my DM.
I've stumbled across something weird. Look at it. How weird.
And had been trying to connect with Robert to identify this mysterious looking carcass.
It could be a tree kangaroo.
We met up, told our life stories, and for the first time since embarking on this challenge, I shared in the same relentless quest to not be rejected by Robert Irwin.
The mission statement I live by is never dream alone. So I need everyone who watched this video to help us out in meeting Robert Irwin.
Yes.
So tag him, share it to him, do whatever to get his attention because we're going to interview him and confirm whether or not the alien is a tree kangaroo. Well, you think Buddy is a possum.
I'm holding to my word and to my chicken parmigiana bet, chicken parmy, that it's a possum.
But we can't confirm until Robert sees this video.
Sounds good.